Hello, I'm back. Hello, hello. I guess I don't know why I was typing. I could have been talking. Welcome back. Sorry about that. Is anyone still here? Hello, hello. And my internet is being sucky and that's annoying. Anyway, well, hello everyone. Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? Well, thank you for sticking around through these troubling times of internet issues with I think it's the heat. I I don't know what it is. I have no idea. I don't actually know, but I still think it's the heat. But that could also just be like confirmation bias because I every time I think about my internet going out, it's like, oh well, it's a little warm in here today, or maybe it's because I'm overheating because of the stress of my internet going out. I don't know. It could be that too. It's like, oh, it's a little warm as I'm like stressing. Like, no wonder I'm a little warm. But it is actually pretty warm. In fact, that was one of the reasons I was gonna do some cleaning today because I'm getting my air conditioner put in on uh on Monday. Oh yes, we're back. Time to get frozen pea. Oh, I don't think it's a frozen pea type of issue. I'm surprised it's warm in Washington. Yeah, I mean it's not super warm. Like that's why I'm still a little like I'm not sure why I'm not sure why it would be overheating. It feels like 48 degrees. I don't know what it is right now. Somebody could look it up where I live, but I'm not gonna look it up. But somebody could. It's probably not that warm right now. But it wasn't. But I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think it got over 70 a while back, which is, that's quite warm. Anyway, yeah. So painting. I'm just gonna keep painting. If my internet goes out again, well, so be it. I'm trying to take the not give a crap mentality with this. I mean, I do care a lot, by the way. I want to just point that out. In fact, I care a tremendous amount about stream quality, at least to some degree. And it is very frustrating when it doesn't work. But with the internet stuff, there's not really anything I can do while live. So if it doesn't work while I'm live, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So you love 5. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm trying to get some warm and cool contrast because I think its biggest issue is its colors actually, which is a weird thing to say because I'm not like super big on like insisting on picking the right colors. Like I don't actually care that much, but I think in this case, getting a nice glow or a nice light in there to look like it comes through here could be quite important. Anyway. But yeah, so anyway, here's this. I feel like this painting's not bad. It might win the vote today. We'll see. But maybe not. I mean, I want to make them all good enough that, it's actually an option to vote for. It's not just like a no-brainer. Anyway. Let's see. This painting needs something. It's lacking a bit. Maybe we'll get some. Maybe something like that, where we just get a little bit of these. I painted stuff with this color palette before, by the way. It's actually a color palette I really like. Sort of muted greens and blues, and then purple. And purple and pink. I feel like that's one. I feel like I have a collection of color palettes in my head, kind of, and I don't always think about them as like, oh, I gotta remember what color looks good. It's very intuitive, but I do find myself gravitating towards certain color palettes. And this is actually one, funny enough, there was a painting I saw on ArtStation like 3 years ago. It was like of an old man in a boat crossing a river or something. And it was almost an entirely gray and purple painting, like purple and purpley gray and like a blue gray and just like actual gray. And then it had this light punch or this super bright punch of purple and pink. And I don't know, it's always kind of stuck in my head as like really nice, a really nice color palette and just an excellent use of color. And yeah, so sometimes I kind of lean. I guess I do that. I did like a study of it back then. Okay, let's see. Maybe this one we're gonna do another painting looking upward. Maybe I'll alternate. I'll do a painting looking upward and a painting looking down. According to Google, it's 74 for you today. That's like almost 30 degrees hotter. Makes no sense. I'm lower in altitude. Yeah, I don't know how it works. I don't know how it works. I swear we didn't have a spring. I was wearing a coat, literally a coat and like a beanie, like last like a week ago. Not even a week. Literally like yesterday. I've been. It's ridiculous. I mean, not during the day because I don't really leave my house during the day. Most of the time I leave my house it's at night. But yeah, it's like it was like coat weather like a week ago. Like what the heck? Where did spring go? Like we skipped it, which I guess technically makes sense. Imagine like when the sun is like shining and it's at the right angle. I mean, no, it doesn't make sense. I don't understand. It hurts my head to even think about it. It's just like it goes from like crazy winter to skip spring to crazy summer, which I guess it's not that crazy. I guess 70 is spring now. Whatever. It just passes through so fast. I feel like at some point we're gonna have like the hots are gonna be hotter and the colds are gonna be colder. So even though the same amount of time exists while the temperature is rising and passing through spring, it's gonna have to like go from super low to super high, so it's gonna feel like it's super sudden. Like five. I mean, I guess that is kind of what it is, right? It's like it's passing into the like when I think of cold temperatures, right? I think of like, oh, it's freezing. And anything below freezing, like I don't really differentiate between, 0 degrees Fahrenheit and -5. Like they're both totally cold, right? Like it's completely freezing at those temperatures, right? Like even in like the 20, 30 range where it's like still below freezing, it's just dang cold, like and same thing for the heat, right? Anything above like 85 to me is just sweltering hot. Doesn't even matter how hot it is. Like if the difference between 100 and 105, honestly, I don't even think I could tell. Like I'm sweating the second I step outside anyway, so what's a 5-degree swing? But anyway, the point I'm making is that if you think about it going from these extremes and it has to pass through like the middle, it might be doing like 5 to 10 degrees a day, right? Like, I mean, there's only 12, so 12 days, 5 degrees a day would be a 60-degree change, right? And like, that's not even the distance between like cold winter and hot summer. So, like, it's literally like 2 weeks, right? It can make that shift. It's kind of wild. I don't know how many degrees a day it actually changes, but it just feels like it blazes through there. For non-Americans, this is in Fahrenheit. Yeah, we're talking in Fahrenheit. Also, there's a video there's this guy I watch on YouTube named Steve Mold. He does like sciencey stuff. Anyway, that I think that no, is it Mold? Is that I think that's how you spell his name. Anyway, he had a video just like the other day, and he was talking about degrees Celsius or something, and he's like, and in Fahrenheit, that's another number, and then he just moves on. And the way he just like you thought he was gonna explain sort of like the technical like temperatures of stuff, and he's just like, nope, he's not even gonna be bothered. He's just like, all right, moving on. But he bothered to explain that it's a different number. Nobody wasn't gonna tell you what it was because he didn't want to look it up. And it's just funny. But yeah, we're talking Fahrenheit. Anyway, Siren Night Sparrow, how are you doing? How art thou? Oh, maybe this is like a. Oh, I know. Okay, we're gonna do a not a valley. Okay, so this is gonna be snow. Scald in Alaska, how are you? Okay, so this is gonna be snow. And then there's gonna be all snow. Lovely day. It isn't. Our geology professor was American too, and she was kind of making fun of Fahrenheit. Yeah, I mean, everybody makes fun of. Well, I feel like the only people who don't make fun of Fahrenheit are people. No, I don't know. I want to draw. I'm real. I'm gonna make an extremely just hot take based on literally nothing. I want to draw a line down like political borders or boundaries. I feel like people who are want to people who are like diehard Fahrenheit people, if they even exist, I feel like they have got to be on the far right. Like maintain an identity type thing. I don't. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. I'm just pulling this out of my butt. I don't know, but I can't even imagine the type of person who would possibly like really like Fahrenheit. Like if you, I feel like if you've traveled or if you have any, I feel like if you're someone who has traveled outside the U.S. and a little bit America stereotype. I mean, I totally am. Yeah, I'm like Fahrenheit doesn't have anything going for it really, other than it's like what we use today, and we don't, if I get it, change is hard. There's probably technical issues with like changing everything over. Do you do it gradually? Do you do it all at once? Right? It's a giant movement by lots of different industries. It's very hard to make a change like that. I understand, but I don't think that's a reason not to do it. I feel like I don't know. I mean, and even if it is a reason not to do it, still doesn't change the opinion that Fahrenheit is stupid. Like metric system is just superior in every way. Anyway, I mean maybe not. Okay, that's not fair. Not in every way. There are always gonna be case or use cases or how do you say that? Specific cases where it's not better. The Bradbury estate would have to change the title of his book though. Oh, you're right. Don't change it then. I take back my opinion. Fahrenheit clearly is superior because the Bradbury estate would have to change the title of his... I don't even know what that is. What is Bradbury? Oh, Fahrenheit. I know. I know the book. Yeah. Fahrenheit 451. I forgot the name of the. I don't even remember the name of the book, but I know what you're talking about. If NASA is willing to use meters and C, so exactly anyone who does international uh like calculations, I'm pretty sure they already use Celsius. And I'm pretty sure technically even the US uses Celsius, but then in like every day we switch over. So like anything of importance is done in Celsius, I believe. I could be wrong in that. I've only heard that somewhere, but I know I'm sure there are some engineers who do stuff in in imperial units. Is that what you call them? Imperial units? That's just anyway. It's so stupid. I don't even know why this is a thing worth discussing on stream, but it is very silly. America just likes to be unique. Where the special snowflakes. College sciences in US. Oh, are they? Yeah, that would make sense. That's good. Yeah, I feel like America basically is already metric. It's just we pretend to not be in some cases. At least we don't measure weight in stone. I mean, we measure them in feet. Not weight, but we measure distances in feet. And then we had I see the redeem purple frog, and I'll do a 5-minute thumbnail sketch in just a second. Also, there are recipes, I kid you not, that will call for like a half stick of butter. What is a stick of butter? That is not a measurement, okay? Just because some companies have standardized their butter sale sizes does not mean that a stick. They don't even say the actual amount. So if you get butter in, say, a tub, or or in like a roll, right, and a different size. In America, a stick is a measurement. Like, I know it's technically not a real measurement, it's an unofficial one, but like, Americans measure things in sticks of butter, okay? So stupid. And then there's yeah, so we have feet, we have yards. Like, what is this nonsense? Come on. I'm not, look, I'm not anti-American, I am American, which gives me permission to criticize it. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I wonder how much I weigh in a stick of butter. Oh, I don't think it's a weight. I think it's a volume. So maybe how many sticks of butter are you? We also measure distance and time. I mean that. What do you mean? We do that. I think everybody does that, right? The speed of light is it's a distance measured in the time it takes light to travel. So that's I don't think that's what you're talking about though, right? Oh, thank you for the follow, Suzanne Hilmig. How are you? Nice thumbnails. Oh, thank you. Oh yeah, they're off screen. Um, yeah, I mean Americans like to measure things in stupid stuff like sticks of butter. Anyway, yeah, hello. So your BMI is in butter. Oh my god. Okay. Also, I'm gonna do the redeem date for Purple Frog, the 5-minute thumbnail sketch. The stream is going downhill. Hopefully I don't disconnect again, by the way, because I had some issues earlier. I'm doing good. How about you? I'm doing well. Today is a good day. We're just kind of chilling and chatting and, doing stuff, trying to figure out what to paint today. I did some thumbnails and stuff last stream. I think I painted this last stream. I'm playing around with some new brushes, and it's so much fun to just scribble around with like weird texture brushes with weird like stuff that you just weren't expecting, or just mess around. And I feel like you get like, I don't know, just unpredictable like results, and I don't know, it's fun. So that's kind of what I'm doing today. Anyway, let me turn on the timer thingy, because countdown timer. Here we go. I like 5 with the green ruin. Yeah, I'm not really sure we could turn it into anything. A lot of these are just kind of placeholder shapes for something, because I haven't designed anything yet. But okay, let me start the timer. Why is it not showing? Get it together, timer. Come on. There we go. Timer is on, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. Oh, let me minimize that. Okay. All right. We don't have any red today. Let's pick some red. We'll go pick some red stuff. Speaking of red, it was you, right? Suzanne, or is it Susanna? I don't know how to say your name. But I think it was you. You posted the thing like, don't use these colors unless they're your focal point, the saturation stuff. Anyway, that was you, right? You posted on Twitter. Totally worth checking out, by the way, if people don't know. Yeah, good tip right there. Stay away from this top corner region. It's Yeah. Yeah, I did just now. Yeah, yeah. Good advice. I honestly, I mean, I feel like that is a thing. I feel like a lot of people know, but I think just articulating it like that and just saying like or visualizing like, oh yeah, that's obvious. But it's like it's a good I don't know, it's a good remember. Yeah, it's funny. I feel like I've talked about this with like greens in particular because it's for some reason I feel like there's a bigger area that make like for and I know it's not actually based on color, but it's I feel like there's a bigger area in like some colors, and green to me is one of those. It's like you get into these and you start getting like these neon colors, and it's like, oh my God, what are you even doing? Anyway, so yeah, it's good to see it drawn out like that. It's like, oh yeah, that's just a nice, quick little infographic thing. Okay, what do I want to paint? Let's do something looking up. I should like restart the timer. I haven't drawn it. Oh, I know what I want to do. Let's get some blue in here. This is supposed to be a 5 minute thing, but it's not working. Okay, we're gonna get some blue. I'm gonna make something underneath, so I'm gonna put just some shape that we're looking under. I don't know, some sort of tower or building. Maybe it's like I don't know, like some temple or something. Maybe there's something like this that's sort of in front. That could be a thing. I'm gonna go a little darker. And then the blue can we can have some nice blue colors. Kind of trying to paint those in perspective, but not really. Sort of, kind of. What could this be? Okay, so some sort of temple. Maybe there's like stairs leading up to it or something. Also, this brush is weird. Let's actually, hold on. Let's go orangey. I don't want the horizon line too, or I mean, I guess it's already decided. Because I don't want it too much in the sky, or I don't want it too much in the middle of the painting, but it's already kind of there because we have already drawn shapes in that way. Okay, we have a minute left. I'm just gonna make some shapes. Still, I am allowed to link to the post here. Someone asked, yeah, yeah, you can link absolutely. Yeah, you don't need a permit or anything. Yes, please do link. It's a good one. I highly recommend it. And anytime there's good stuff, it should be linked and shared because that's just how things go. Yeah, thank you for that. And retweet it while you're at it. I mean to other people. Okay, I'm gonna use a different brush real quick. 30 seconds. I'm slow. Okay. Whatever. Maybe there's some other shapes back here. Also, wait, there's not any direct lighting. Hold on. Let's color dodge. When in doubt, color dodge. Okay, well, whatever. We're just gonna pretend this thumbnail is... Maybe there's some little spots in here, some lights. Maybe, oh, I have an idea. So maybe this stuff is way... Something like that. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna break my own rules, which I do like every time. I'm gonna customize this now. I'm gonna break my own rules. We are gonna keep on. Maybe there's like a little bridge here. This thing can go like that. Something like that. The good news also, as your colors get more desaturated, the more colors you can have together in the same composition. True. Yeah, I think playing with desaturated colors, right? You can just kind of wiggle around or whatever, like you can really have any colors. I mean, this is why so many people say things, it's quite a bold claim, but they'll say, colors don't matter, it's all about values, because you really can have any number of colors in like an area, right? Like I still would group them warm and cool, but you could have greens, you could have pinks, you could have blue. It doesn't really matter. Like there's a lot of wiggle room, and obviously values pull the weight, but I mean colors still. In some cases, colors can be really important. But yeah. Anyway, I'm kind of breaking my own rules here because the timer is up, but that's okay. Anyway, there's something. And I feel like this stuff should be like a rocky ledge or something. But yeah, here, I'm gonna share that thing on stream. Is that okay with you? Because I know not a lot of people are gonna click the link. So yeah, this is the infographic. Some color and value tips. Exceptions to these may apply in alternative art styles and purposes. But basically, this little area up, this little triangle, this color I'm like reading it. This color region is the most saturated in most colors. Reserve this level of saturation for your focal point only. Often also better to not have too many different saturated colors in a single painting. Yes. Unless you're like super duper cyberpunk. No, even then it's like still limited color palettes look better. I feel like yeah. But yeah, it's a good thing. And then there's also additionally the purples, blues, and greens have this range of way less saturated. In this range, print way less saturated than shown on your screen. Always check by putting your color mode from RGB to CMYK. Yes, that is a thing I learned firsthand, actually, back in the day. Actually, it wasn't even back in the day. It was like, I don't know, a couple years ago. So, yeah. But anyway, it's a good infographic just to remember. And it avoid pure blacks, especially if you're doing stuff in print. Because stuff oftentimes prints darker. And that was my issue, is I had a dark blue, and it ended up being really, really like the whole painting was kind of dark, but when it printed, it was just so dark because everything got darker. And it was this like dark saturated blue, and it was just super intense. I think also part of it is the way it was printed. The different printing styles are different, and it's yeah. I still have so much to learn, I feel like, when it comes to printing, but so this is a thing. Okay, anyway, next painting. Next little thumbnail. Figure out what we're gonna paint today. I need a theme. I need any suggestions for environment types. That's not like an urban that's not like a modern city, but like fantasy something or other. If anyone has any suggestions, please throw ideas out. Forest, okay. Anything we can add to a forest? Any thematic things? Forests are always good. Eva Free, thank you for the follow. Ghibli. No, that's a style, not a theme. A witch hut in a forest. Okay, that could be fun. You gotta use the preview to see how well it looked when printed out, changing your colors. See how it will look when printed out, changing your colors. Which preview? I don't actually know what you're talking about. Well, what preview are you talking about? Something about astronomy. Okay. Boulder in the middle with a sword stuck in it. Okay. So sort of the sword in the stone style. Could do that. Okay, some good stuff. I like the idea of a witch hut in the forest. Maybe we'll do like I mean, we could do like a swampy forest with like a bubbling swamp with like witchy vibes. Or maybe not. Maybe we just want to go foresty. Let's just start with, I don't know, like dark something or other. Gray. Let's just do grays. I know. Lots of grays. I'm just going to mix some colors. Lots of grays. Thank you. I've just made a D&D witch hut, and she's a shadow user, so has hands under the hut. Ooh, wait. Hands under. Ooh, that gives me a cool idea. I like the idea of like a not maybe hands, but then like it's like a tree. And now I'm thinking swampy stuff. But like, let's see if I can sketch this out. It might not work out well. These could be like little fingers. I'm ignoring anatomy right now. And then in here could be like a little witchy hut. Swamp graveyard, hands poking out. Yeah, or like a tree type thing with like a holding like a witch house or something. Sort of like it's built in the trees. I'm just trying to make silhouette right now. Should probably change. Or let's go redder. And it may not look great, and I might change it as I go. Because again, this is just me coming up with ideas, so we have freedom to do that. Okay, I'm just gonna keep sketching. I don't want to get into any details yet. Just trying to figure out what to do. Maybe there's other shapes. Okay, that does not look like what I was thinking it would look like, but that's okay. Strange values. Let's just block in some colors. I think it would be fun to have... I mean, this doesn't really look like a forest yet. These colors are so cool. I mean, they're just grays. Grays and greens, basically. And even the greens are gray. That also one on the topic of making it like a punch of saturation, I oftentimes do this, and it's not always a great thing, but if you do paint in grays, one of the benefit of using a lot of grays, not only is that your paint desaturated, it's really easy to come in and crank up the saturation in certain key areas. And you can also do, obviously you can use things like color dodge or in Clip Studio glow dodge. And sometimes you can find, or you can get really cool results. And those types of blending modes just work so much better when you're desaturated, because they oftentimes add saturation is one of the features of those things, and you can't really add saturation if it's already purely saturated. So it's yeah. So I recommend. Gonna get some green in there. There's gonna be a forest. So forest with like a hand sticking out of the forest. Maybe we get some blues in there. Down below. This is gonna be the house. I don't know what the witch hut wants to look like. It's like some weird tree thing. Okay, maybe this one needs some reworking, but that's okay. If I were gonna do this concept for sure, like if this was like an idea that I wanted to actually make a painting of and it was a prompt, I would definitely do multiple sketches. but that's not gonna be a thing here, probably. Okay, my shapes do not read. No bueno. Okay. That's okay. We will get there. We might only be doing this painting for the next 40 minutes. Just kidding. I don't really have my perspective figured out either. I'm kind of was playing with different ideas, and now I've confused myself. Change that. I totally feel like we're looking down, though. Let's paint it as if we're looking down. This green, the green in this, Chef's Kiss, is it? So this is going to be shapes like this, leading into the witch's hut. And then this could be like a treehouse style thing. Then, so yeah, some I guess some treehousey thing. Maybe some light poking down. These colors are so cool. Thank you, Link. Yeah, I appreciate it. Also, hello. Hope you're doing well today. Also, I hope everyone's doing well today. Okay. So far, this does not look like a house or a dwelling of any type, but I'm hoping that it will get there. Let's try this. Let's try this. The preview I was talking about is when you click on view, you have color profile, then preview setting, and where RGB is written, you have to choose CMYK coded or uncoded depending on what you get, specifically the US one, of course. Okay. Yeah, I guess I don't do typically printing on my own, so it's more just making sure I have the color profile right before it gets printed. And that's the yeah, I don't yeah, printing is something I'm definitely don't have a lot of experience with. Also, let's bring in some red. Some darker red. Some grayer red. Okay, I'm changing the perspective on the fly. I'm just gonna be like, I don't like what I was doing. This is what I get for not blocking stuff out earlier. Oh, this reminds me of that little hut in. I don't know why this brought back that memory. Do you guys ever seen the Disney Sword in the Stone movie? Speaking of Sword in the Stone, where it's like it has a little they fall through the little hut and it's all like there's like the hole in it in the top. And then there's like the leaky roof. I don't know why it reminds me of that. I loved that one when growing up. Yeah, it was one of my favorites. You mean Merlin? Yeah, Merlin's hut. Yeah. Yeah, Merlin's hut. I guess he's technically a witch. A wizard. Kind of the same thing, right? Okay, so this is not looking great, but that's okay. We're just gonna pretend that it is. I can fix it later. The idea is there enough for me anyway. The little thumbs look really cool. Oh, these little things. Yeah, they're kind of cool. I mean, they're not defined or anything, but it just as like a quick idea. It's almost somewhere. Anyway, I've already spent longer on this than I would like, but let's try to add some light poking through here. Wait, Merlin has a tower. Was that creepy witch? Oh yeah, you're right. Was that? You're right. You're right. You're right. That was the witches. Yes. Thank you. It's been so long. I have a tragic story with that movie, by the way. When I was a kid, no, wait, I'm thinking of a different movie. But actually, okay, so in we had an old VCR, right? And we had this on VHS. So our VCR would occasionally eat movies. I think it was getting old, maybe it was dusty and needed to be cleaned or something, but occasionally it would just devour these movies, and sometimes they would be destroyed beyond repair. And I think Sword in the Stone was eaten by our VCR, but for sure George of the Jungle we had, and that was destroyed. I remember there was one day I got home from school. I must have been like 8. We walked down this long road, so I was like running home. I was gonna watch, my favorite movie, George of the Jungle. I pop it in the VCR, hit play, and you just hear this screeching sound, and then you pull it out, and all of the tape from the VHS is just jammed into the VCR, and it's just like mangled, just like it was horrible. That thing gave me so much trauma as a kid because all of my favorite movies were getting destroyed because, I was watching them and it was the ones that I was watched the most that got ruined. So, all the crappy videos that I never actually watched, well, they survived because yeah, it's sad. Someday I will watch that movie again. I want to watch that movie again. Better buy a new VHS player. That must have been really Yeah, I mean it didn't happen a lot though, but yeah, it's when it started going, it was like, oh, it must be a fluke, because then we would try another movie and it would work, and then like a week later it would eat another one, and it's like, oh my God, okay, this is yeah. Those old yeah, Jar of the Jungle is great. It's one of my favorites. Anyway, this thumbnail is leaves some stuff to be desired. That's okay. We're just gonna put some stuff in the foreground, pretend that these are leaves. Anyway, that's some sort of witchy place. Maybe there's other things down here. Anyway, that's gonna have to work for that. That's almost works. Your player was hungry? Yeah. Blue Lobster, thank you for the follow. How are you today? All right, let's okay, I have somebody can somebody remind me in 40 minutes because my stream disconnected, the time is all goofed up. So normally I look at the stream time and I'm like, "Oh, we're at the 2-hour mark. Let's vote." But because my internet crashed or died or whatever you want to call it, um it's I can't look at the stream timer to know when we're supposed to vote on a thumbnail. Anyway. Okay, what was the other idea? You said a witchy place. Um, what else was there? Something about astronomy. I don't think I want to do that today. Maybe we could do like gadgets or something, like old astrolabes, and I don't even know what an astrolabe is. All I know is it has something to do with astronomy, I think. Measures the stars, maybe, tracks them. I don't know. But like some like artifact type thing. That could be fun. I will keep track. Thank you. Um, what other options? Boulder in the middle. Yeah, I don't think I want to do Boulder with the sword stuck in it. We're not gonna go full on sword in the stone. Skip the song. That was our ending stream song. Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna paint, but maybe we will do some rocky. Again, we're gonna go very gray. Maybe we'll do like a cave of some sort. Rocky cave. This brush, these brushes are really cool, by the way. These are some, I don't know, there's some free brushes. I Googled various brushes for Clip Studio, and these were some of the free ones. And some of them are really funky, but some of them are, like, I don't know what's going on here. Like, why is there this little thing? But I don't know. Some of them just, you never know what you're gonna get. And they're all named after bakery items. Like cookies and cream, which kind of has that cookies and cream vibe. But it functions off the secondary color, so like you can go, I don't know, you can do some wild stuff with it. I don't like brushes though that function too much off the secondary color unless they're extremely specific, because then they're just so hard to paint with. Okay, let's see. What do I want to paint? Here's some ideas. A small smoking comet impact crater in a meadow on a starry night. Okay, a small smoking comet. Ooh, I like that. Volcanic eruption near a tropical shoreline. Ooh, I like that. That's actually one of my favorite. Okay, so that idea that the volcanic eruption near a tropical shoreline, I absolutely love like uh volcanoes and like and lava specifically. And I realize not all volcanoes have lava, but I like lava and water like mixing. It's so Hawaii. Well, I like it when you like can like or like snow and lava is really cool. So I did like these little blobby sketches. Here, let me show you. A while back, let's see if I can find them. I really enjoy them. These. So I guess this was snowy. Was this snowy? So yeah, well, I guess this wasn't. Never mind. This wasn't at all what I remembered. Just kidding. Just remind. It's confirmed Stiller wants to paint more Hawaii. Yeah, no, this was snowy and lava, but not really a volcano. But anyway, never mind. This has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Um, and let's see, what is a storm brewing in the distance on an otherwise sunny day? Ooh, I like that. I like all of those. Those are all. See, I like it. Those are good ideas because they have enough of like combinations of things, right? Like you have lava and shoreline, and you have. Uh, I mean, maybe the first one isn't quite that. It feels a little more. But I mean, even then, you have like a crater in a meadow, right? It's very specific. I don't know. I like that. I think there's yeah. Is a streak of volcanic blasts in the snowy landscape. Oh, cool. Well, this was just a one. This was literally like a thumbnail. You can even see the lines from my grid. But anyway, but yeah, no, I think the color palettes that you can get from like the dark. I mean, this one doesn't really show it. I actually wait. I think I was thinking of a different one. Anyway, it might actually be close to the one. Where is it? Actually, come to think of it, I don't think it was that painting I was looking for. Funny enough, I think it was a different one. Where is it? I have so many of these. Anyway, it's not important. I can find it at some point, maybe. That? No. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Are you streaming tonight, Skittle? Asks Waco. Anyway, I should stop browsing through my folders and try to. So yeah, I like that. Let's go. I don't know. I'll definitely pick one of those. I like the idea of I mean, I feel like a volcanic. See, when I think of that, I totally want to combine the first and the second and the last one, or in the third, where you get like a. Let's do the storm on an otherwise sunny day, but it might be... Yeah, let's do that. I think that one would be fun. I'm going to use some... Okay, I'm going to go back to my other brushes, the stuff I know how to control. So get some grayish skies. We'll see how this works. Grayish skies. But also with the slivers of blue. And then we also get some... Let's put some like meadowy stuff in the foreground. That way we can show how sunny it is. That'll work. And then we'll get some nice bits of sun poking through. And then we'll want some sky underneath the clouds poking through. I think. I don't know if I'm going to get the sunniness vibe right. Okay. I want to try something real quick. Hey, Crunchy, how are you? Just going to throw this here. Happy birthday, Skittle. Oh, wait, it's Skittle's birthday? Oh, yeah, happy birthday, Skittle. How's it going? That's too bright. Just trying to put some light in here. This is going to look ridiculous, but that's okay. I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's add some dark colors. Little streaks of sky. I feel like I'm gonna need to look up some references here for some storms, I think. But I think I can at least sketch them in without it for now. Some storm off in the distance. Maybe some just grassy areas in the foreground. Putting blobs. Anyway, but yeah, I think this kind of thing. I mean, this is like a feel. Hold on, what is there more to that prompt? I don't even remember. A storm brewing in the distance on an otherwise sunny day. Blobs. Yeah, blobs. I mean, I paint very blobby, right? What do you mean, huh? Yeah, no, these are blobs. I just big blobs of color, right? Like no, as opposed to no, like I'm not using line work, right? I'm putting in shapes and value, shapes of value and color. Maybe there's something here in the background. I don't think that quite reads sunny enough, though. Have you taken blob? So have you taken blob? I don't know what that is. Wait, what? I'm so confused again. Yeah, this doesn't look sunny enough. Hold on, let's add in. This does not look sunny. The sky really doesn't look sunny. Storm brewing. Do storms brew from like low? I feel like they would, wouldn't they? Note to self and to everyone watching: if you're new to painting, you should totally use references, unlike what I'm doing. Because if you don't know how something looks, go figure it out and do that by references. I feel like I should know what stormy skies look like, but I don't. Okay. Anyway, is that kind of stormy sky? Kinda? Kinda stormy vibes a little bit, maybe? Yeah. It's something. It's something. Some feel like we need something in here. I need some sort of theme or motif, something to put in here, like a. Let's just blur some stuff. Maybe we'll figure something out. More blobs. I'm not. More blobs. Wait. Oh, I see. Steph changed your. Oh, you guys changed your colors to pink for Skittles' birthday. Hey, Popcorn Girl, happy Saturday. Man, sorry, I'm doing really bad with reading chat today. Popcorn Girl, how are you doing? Things are good. I'm pretty content in general. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna try something here before, just to see what happens. I'm gonna grab an overlay, and I'm going to take a dark blue, or like a medium blue, and I'm just gonna plop it over this. Just to see. I just realized this color is officially called Hot Pink, and I approve. Nice. 8 is my fave so far, but it's missing a blob. Yeah, I mean, this one's okay, but I don't think I've got the storm brewing. I'd need to figure that out. But again, we're just gonna put it like a lobby. I actually did a painting of a storm brewing in the distance. Quite literally, that was the prompt. Come to think of it, this was for a it was a commission for it was a based on Stormlight Archive, so technically a fan art commission. Um, and there was like a giant storm in the distance. That was like what, 4 years ago now, or something. I don't know. That was a while ago. But yeah. Anyway, we're just gonna skip this for now. I think this is gonna be gonna work. Uh, it's not exactly a painting, but it's art adjacent, so I'm very pumped. Let's see. You're going to be a cake dick. Oh, cool. That is fun. I've just got a job in a bakery. Oh, that's super cool, Popcorn Girl. Congrats. You're gonna have those early hours, aren't you? I worked in a bakery for a while. I was a delivery person, kind of sort of did delivery stuff. That was like one of my duties, was every morning I would load up a van with a bunch of baked goods and haul them over to a store. It was pretty exciting. Actually, it wasn't exciting, but it was okay. It was kind of nice though. I liked it was like the on the non-human interaction side of things, which was honestly very fitting. Okay, I kind of like this, but I think I'm gonna take this, copy it, try something. Just merge all my layers. Copy, paste, edit, tonal correction. I'm gonna change the hue just straight over. And we're gonna take the idea of a storm brewing in the distance, but we're gonna change it. We're gonna I mean, that's like fantasy vibes right there. That seems very you. Yeah, I mean, I always like to point out that I like jobs where I can avoid like I mean, I don't mind like back and forth. I mean, I kind of talked about this earlier today in stream. I don't mind written communication and back and forth, but it's the like if your job is interacting with the public, I don't like that, right? I like the sort of sit down, do my thing kind of job. Like, I'll come talk to you when I'm ready, or you'll talk to me when you need, but it's not like you're not actually, the thing you're doing isn't involving the public, right? You might have a superior or a supervisor or something. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try something. I like this purple. So I'm just gonna take that purple and run with it and see what happens. This may not be the same. This is no longer the same prompt. I'm deviating from it. Yep, but that means I'm off during the afternoons when y'all are streaming. Ah, you're gonna be around more, maybe. Also, no, you don't have to or anything. But yeah, that's exciting though. I'm gonna put some nice flowers in here. Just blobs of flowers. Oh, actually, let's go with the yellow to. Maybe we will turn this back into that same prompt. Hold on, let's try something. We're gonna go super saturated on this yellow. We're just gonna crank up the vibrancy here. There's some flowers in the foreground. Okay, maybe we will turn. We're slowly transitioning this back into the painting that we started with. There we go. Okay, we started as like that, and now we're turning into something way cooler, by the way. This is gonna be a storm brewing, I guess. A little darker. I miss it. Yeah, it's been there's been so many people kind of come and gone. Stream is always weird because there's so many you meet so many people, and sometimes they stick around for months on end, and other times they're here one week and then they're gone forever. And I feel like and then of course there's regulars, right, who just kind of are constants in the stream and they're active in the community. You see them around. Um, but yeah, it's always cool to have people who are, at one point you were here all the time, and then, it's always nice when you pop in and say hello, and yeah, it's always great. Anyway, this doesn't really look stormy, but I don't. Also, it's green. Kind of weird. I mean, it's kind of cool. It looks more like an explosion than a storm, but I do like the colors. And I feel like it has kind of sunny vibes. Yeah, I like this. I like that. Some sun back here. Maybe some bright silhouettes. That's another thing. Getting those bright silhouettes back here. Something that I don't always include. Oftentimes I only have dark silhouettes. Yeah, those regulars are always weird. Man, I'm so flattered by how excited you sound over that. Wait, over what? Gosh, God. This stream is a disaster for me reading chat. Um, those regulars are always weird. Twitch is so full of many streamers, and those dudes keep coming back to this same stream. Shake my head, my head. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I really miss that. I also miss working less. I've become one of the sort of come and go viewers that don't interact much, which is all right, but I like being part of everything and knowing what's going on. Yeah. I like knowing what's going on too, which is very rare in my own streams. Anyway, okay, 5-minute thumbnail. We're gonna do another one. That was forever ago, Joe. Don't worry about it. Gotcha. Yeah, no, it's always nice when you're here. I feel like you're always, well, I shouldn't say always, obviously, but yeah, oftentimes you're so interactive in chat, and I feel like you always made chat a more engaging place for other people as well as me, and yeah, Joe has a weird magnet. It's how it goes. It's how I got here. I mean, I think that's the internet. Public internet spaces like streams or YouTube comments. Like, have you seen YouTube comments? It's not a me thing. This is the internet. It's a weird magnet. It brings out the crazy, which is okay. I'm not complaining. I like weird. Weird is what makes people interesting. Anyway, there's something. Okay, 5-minute thumbnail. Let's go. Bringing up the I like knowing what's going on too, which is very rare in my streams. Quote potential? Maybe. I love talking. I like talking too. Talking's good. No, it definitely makes streaming easier when there's like conversation going on and people are suggesting things or saying things or asking questions. Did I do it right? Yeah, you did it right. Oh, you weren't asking me, but that's okay. I'll answer anyway. Ancient city ruins in the middle of a forest would be great, please. So normally for the 5-minute thumbnails, I don't take requests just because I never know. I just like to kind of go with the flow. But yeah, I can do that. Ancient city ruins in the middle of a forest. So now the question is, let's do different than like this. Let's do these more like epic forest things. So like, oh, I have to start the timer. What am I doing? Oh, starting the timer. Here we go. Resume. Okay, so let's just do. I'm gonna use my other brush. That I'm just so I'm gonna do a really so if you're new to painting environments, this is something I recommend. If you just make like a gradient from essentially light to dark, um, maybe shift the color a little bit. Maybe this is a little too saturated, but whatever. We can always desaturate it. If you make just a gradient from light to dark, you can pull up shapes really easily. So if you want like a hill in back here, you can just make a hill, and it's gonna look like it's further away than say this hill, which is in the foreground. That's something that is a really simple way to start environments. Just basically a gradient. Obviously, once you start introducing light sources and stuff, it changes, but it's not a bad way to start. It also works really well for forests, where you can make, this could be like a forest with a valley. Maybe there's some other little spots here. Joe, you're too entertaining today. Stop it. If by entertaining you mean scatterbrained and can't think straight for some reason, then yeah, totally, totally entertaining. Hold on, I know how to fix it. Wait, do you? I don't know how to fix my own painting. I don't think you're talking about painting though. Okay, ruins. Hold on. This is not what I don't like what's happening here. We need lighting. Ooh, I know. We're gonna do this thing. Okay, I have an idea. I'm just gonna use a lasso tool for this. And let's select the inverse, make a very desaturated gray. Okay, I'm totally gonna make runes, by the way. Maybe not in 2 minutes and whatever seconds. I don't know. I'm not sure what's gonna happen here. This may not work out. So I apologize beforehand. Oh, now it's saving. Fantastic. Your boyfriend gave me one of his hand-me-down laptops, and I'm thinking I might try some fancier programs for digital art, something that isn't an app on my cell phone. Oh, that would be cool. Ruins in the forest. I know this doesn't really look like a forest, but these are totally mountains, and forests like mountains. I know we're not talking Magic the Gathering. Technically, forests and mountains are different in that game. I mean, technically they're different anyway, but not, you know what I mean. A lot of forests are on mountains. At least where I am, where I grew up, like, if you want to find a forest, you go to the mountains because the mountains are covered in forest. But I realize that's not the place everywhere. There are forests that are not in mountains, but yeah. I'm gonna put some light up here. I'm gonna add the other one. Hopefully Joe will see it. It is double later and take one away. That's fine. I can do that. I'll have to look through my quotes later and remove some. Okay, so I'm just gonna make some shapes that maybe look like ruins. Something like that could work. 5 seconds? Oh dang, I ran out of time. Whoops. We'll go like this to put ruins. Let's just make some shapes that don't suck. There we go. Alrighty, ruins in a forest. It doesn't really look like a forest, but maybe we'll add some trees here. Some Bob Ross style trees. I don't know. I guess it's still kind of a forest. Maybe not Bob Ross style trees. That doesn't look good. Maybe just a valley here. I don't know. I guess these could be rocks. Anyway, let's vote. No, wait, we're not voting yet. Just kidding. It's not that time. Anyway, this is something. I mean, again, not much of a light source, but we have some up top, which is kind of cool, I guess. And then, of course, this should be not perfectly smooth. There, that kind of works. Okay, 8 minutes left before the yeah, yeah. Thank you, Sal. All right, guys, my lunch hour is over, so I'm gonna dip out. See you, Popcorn Girl. Thank you so much for stopping by. Really good to see you again. Congrats on the new job. I used to be really wholesome. Let's see. Used to be really wholesome, regular, and now I just drop in once in a while to give Joe sass. I need to find back my original vibe. Gotta do the soul searching and find your inner sass. Also, I just made my painting grayscale, and this looks atrocious. So if you're trying to do anything that I'm doing, don't do this. Hold on, let me just grab in some color. Let me just paint in some nice bright to make the sky brighter. Slapping in that color dodge. Gonna take some overlay, some dark. Again, I'm gonna use dark blue overlay just for the shadows. Get some really dark shadows in here. How many thumbnails today? Oh, we'll have all 9 for sure. We'll have all 9. Get some nice shadows there. I'm pretty happy with this. And then maybe we'll take back some of this green. I think that was supposed to be a 5-minute thumbnail, wasn't it? Whoops. That's okay. All of them. Yeah. All 9. Maybe we can even put some of this blue back down here into the... They could even be like, no, I guess I want to maintain the foresty. I guess it's not super foresty, but it's something. Wait, quote. Oh, you weren't just asking me, but that's okay. I'll answer anyway. Joe, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, this is not very foresty. I kind of got sidetracked, but we can turn it back into a forest by changing the scale a bit. So these could all be little mountains of forests, of trees. Mountains of trees? That's not the right word. Okay. Anyway, if this one is chosen, we're... Oh. So whatever painting we choose, by the way, I will always go and get references, because obviously you shouldn't be painting stuff that you don't know what it looks like without references. Particular things like skies or clouds, where there's like weather associated with certain patterns and stuff. Yeah, anyway. I highly recommend references. I like this. I think this one's nice, actually. That one's good. Okay. That one's probably the best one, honestly. The lighting's the best. We're gonna put a little bit more into this one as well, though. Fix some of my values. So one thing that I'm paying attention to now is values. Also, these two are too similar. Hold on, maybe we should only do 8. Nah, we can do 9. That's fine. Maybe this is also some ruins. I like the idea of ruins. Ruins are always fun. These ruins are gonna be in, like, snow. Oh, maybe it's a snowy mountain forest. So the ruins are in the snow. Hold on, this is still a forest. Same concept. Because this one is gonna be... That'll work. There we go. That'll be a thing. This is like just basically just painting the negative shapes here. Just like, oh, dark shadows of trees. That'll work. I mean, already this one is... I feel like it's coming along quite nicely. We have some old ruins. Again, I don't know what these giant billowing cloud things are, but fine. Now it looks less graveyard and more ruin. Oh, yeah. Wait, was I supposed to make a graveyard? Oh, I guess it kind of looked graveyardy. But, it wasn't supposed to be a graveyard. It's supposed to just be ruins. I mean, the ruins, you can't really tell what they are because I haven't designed anything. But maybe there's, like, another shape here. And then, of course, we should see the underside of it where it gets dark. 2 minutes left, Jojo. All right, good to know. And then up here should be some snow because there's snowy ruins. I do like the giant piles of stuff. Make this larger. I think this is definitely going to be the focal point of the image. So let's add some giant ruins here. the underside there. And again, this is where snowy rocks and some sort of monument or something. This is going to be the snow on top. Snow's on everything. This is something, oftentimes when I'm painting like this, I forget to add snow on stuff because when I'm blocking in values, I'll like silhouette the light over dark. And also we want to make sure these shapes do have curve in the snow. It's not just going to be bright. It's also going to have the blue shadow color. Anyway, I like that, I think. Let's change some shapes in here. Maybe there's some sticks and stuff sticking up. Trying to carve out some shapes a little bit. Anyway, I think I like these. That's nice. Although, no, hold on, not quite yet. Let's add some ground plane breakage there. Because right now this thing doesn't feel like there's no overlap. It's beautiful. Ah, thank you. Yeah, right now there's no overlap, I think. So I need to put something in so our brains understand that this space is in front of this space. That's fine. We go over all the time. I just didn't want to be like 20 minutes over, if you know what I mean. We do that all the time also, and that's not ideal. Hold on, I gotta figure out how to do this ground plane. I don't know what's going on with those. Maybe I can